Ridge Racer 6, developed by Namco Bandai, was a launch title for the 360, continuing the long tradition of a Ridge Racer game launching with a console. How good is it? Does it hold up today, almost 3 years later? Let's start off with the staggering amount of races to do in the main career mode of this game, called World Explorer. An ungodly 250 plus races to complete. This actually seems to be too much. I've put over 25 hours into this game, and I am only around 40% or so done with it. This is far too much for an arcade racer, in my opinion, especially seeing as the tracks are fairly limited. The game may boast a nice selection, however, when you honestly take a close look at the choices of the tracks, you will notice that half the tracks are mirror tracks, and if you don't know what a mirror track is, it is a duplicate track from the game, and you basically just like race around in a different direction. The sound of this game is less than appealing. The same engine noises and techno beats that have plagued the series since the PS1 are still here, and the announcer is about as bad as ever. Quite possibly the worst announcer in game history.
Watch out! Nitrous! Yeah!
Well, maybe not the worst.
Attacking with fierce tenacity! Wait a minute! We are waiting! Quiet! Watch your mouth!
The graphics are really nice, the car models are well done, the tracks are fairly detailed, and the sense of speed is enthralling. Overall, it is pleasing to look at. The gameplay is by far my favorite thing about this game. The game has a heavy focus on drifting around corners at high speeds as seen in the footage. Nitrous is also a huge factor in the game. The game is simple, fun, addicting, and challenging. At some points, a little bit too challenging. Be prepared to grip your controller tightly and feel the tremors going up and down your body due to extreme anger. I'm not even kidding. Sometimes the game is just brutal. And seeing as you have to be in first place on every one of the races if you even want to continue in the game, that just makes the game ridiculous. The game also has Xbox Live Play. It is basically dead as ever. Then again, it always has been for the most part, which should be a lesson to Namco actually. If you're going to release a racing game with an online component, don't release it as the same day as a game like Project Gotham Racing 3. This just assures that it'll be dead from the get-go. Thankfully, this game can be found for $20 or under, and I think it's well worth the price of admission. All that's left to say is...
Welcome to the world of Ridge Racer.
My final score for Ridge Racer 6 is an 8.5 out of 10. On the positive side, appealing visuals, easy fun gameplay, a lot of content, and at least the commentary is not as bad as SmackDown Just Bring It. On the negative side, the game is way too challenging at points, maybe too much to do. Online is deader than ever, and I had to compare the commentary on this to Just Bring It.
We can't miss Raw tonight! That's dumb! Michael Cole and Taz at ringside!